some have blamed about the fuel subsidy. What do you think happened in Sungai Bakap and in the state, in the majority?
No, I think you have to drill down to the nitty-gritty of the result. Nitty-gritty of the result is that there is no obvious swing in Malay support. Dalam PRN yang lepas, Malay support for PH candidate was about 22-23%. Currently pun about 22-23% juga. So walaupun majority tu nampak tinggi, actually there was no swing of support for Malays. Likewise, there is no swing of support for non-Malays. Chinese pun lebih kurang sama, about 90% voted for PH. Indian pun sama. The main difference this time around is the turnout rate. And turnout rate tu beza dia tu besar lah. Maksudnya di daerah mengundi yang majority Melayu, it hit as high as 80%. Di saluran dan daerah mengundi yang majority Cina ada dua lah. Satu sekolah menengah kebangsaan Taman Bandar Mutiara, satu lagi ialah Sungai Bakap. The saluran mengundi tu is as low as 45%. Jadi you are looking at the turnout rate of especially Chinese and then to a certain extent Indians are half of the Malay voters. Dalam keadaan yang sokongan tu tidak beralih. It's actually we are still deadlocked exactly as 1 year ago in terms of support, kan? So I think that has to be established first. Then I think you can go to the next question. The next question is sama ada apa adakah ini disebabkan diesel and so on. I think we have to engage more with focus group, with the non-Malay voters there to understand their motivation of not coming out. Tapi kalau dilihat kepada tahap sokongan pengundi Melayu, kalau betul soal diesel semua ini ada kesan besar kepada undian, then you would have expected PN to actually increase their share of vote. But it didn't. It remains exactly the same. It's about 22-78. Last year sebelum ada diesel pun macam itu, sekarang selepas diesel pun begitu, kan? So I think we have to look at everything in totality, kan? So as it is now, if we were to conclude the motivation for the non-Malays not to turn up lah, lower turnout, is it diesel? Is it other issues? I think that's something that we have to get more data on. Although I also have to point out, actually, traditionally, memang dalam PRK dan pilihan raya negeri, turnout rate of non-Malays memang selalunya lebih rendah. Sebab itu, I think, you know, dia menyentuh Johor sikit lah. Contoh kalau macam PRN Johor, kan. PRN Johor contohnya, in 2022, kan, BN menang besar. Part of it is because sebenarnya pengundi bukan Melayu tu dia tak keluar. Tapi when it comes to PRU kemudian, about 7 months later, the turnout tu come back and dia rebalance the whole thing. So traditionally pun memang pengundi bukan Melayu semasa PRK dan PRN memang historically have a lower turnout than Malay voters lah, kan. Jadi I think is apa nama ni, too early for us to conclude anything because the parameters are quite clear. First, memang tidak ada peralihan sokongan kepada siapa-siapa. We are exactly as we were almost a year ago. Secondly, the issue is sebenarnya turnout. Then of course, do we have enough information to say the non-Malays didn't turn out about diesel? I think that we need to go back and find out more. But yet at the same time, if diesel were a big issue, you don't get that with the Malays because the support level remains the same. So I think we will operate within those parameters. At PKR level, definitely we will get more data and information. But I think it's a mixture of all.
I think you are aware that some politicians have personally blamed you for the loss, like KJ and Kian.
Well, when PH won successively before, actually that issue doesn't come out. And sebab itu, I think sama ada Kian Meng ke, KJ ke, or anyone, I have not read whatever their comments. I think we have to go back to the data and fact, kan? And the data and fact is basically about turnout rate. Jadi I think we have to look everything in totality. When I was leading the election campaign for PKR, from successive loss in PRN Melaka and then PRN Johor and then in PRU 2022, and then we did a lot better than what was expected. Dia tak ada pula KJ ke Kian Meng buat komen masa itu, kan? I think so. I think we have to approach it a bit more scientifically, and therefore you have to look at the parameters and the data and so on. For the time being, to me, it's inconclusive. In fact, we are deadlocked. If anything, one thing that is certain is that the country has not moved forward in terms of political support for the last 12 to 15 months, whatever either sides are doing. And that's, to me, is more worrying than anything else. It shows how polarized everything is. So I think you letak lah Ong Kian Meng ke jadi ke KJ ke apa, I don't think it's going to shift anything. And if anything, that worries me, the how deadlocked the polarization is.